September 29th. Well, chronic problems this week. Well, I guess past 2 weeks since I didn't upload anything last week. My hip has been worse than usual, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just putting too much stress on it, really, and I just need to take it a little more easy. Too much too quick, maybe. Stretches seem to help, so I'll continue with those, but I just don't like being limited so much. I don't know. Wrist is a little bit sketchy. Doing some typing again. You know, it's almost worth it for me to try to use a dictation software or something like that. I know Google Docs has that built into it, but I don't know, it's somewhat inconvenient because when you're typing, you have time to think about what you're typing rather than just. Well, anyway, I guess if one were interested enough in negating the pain, then whatever. So yeah, it's not been a real great week, but the house search is over, thankfully. You have no idea how glad I am it's over. Gonna make a go of it in the house that's being built, even though it's a little more expensive than I would have liked, which means less money for investments. So things will be a little bit tight, but it's basically the house that we want because it's been designed by all of us. So it's, you know, I'll do a video of it when it gets finished, but it'll be, you know, at least a good 6 months down the road. So don't look for that too soon. But yeah, I think it'll be a good bet, all things considered, because trying to find a place that fits every single criteria is just, you know, it's been going on for like a year plus, and it's not happening. So we'll see. What else is going on here? The leg for Mom is healing up nicely now. It's the surface sores have pretty much gone at this point, so, or very nearly. So that's definitely a good thing. Should be getting the boot off in another few weeks. So hopefully by then I'll get a bit more use, and hopefully things will be back to semi-normal, whatever that is. Yeah. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, things just chugging along, trying to, you know, we need to sell this place, so making preps for that, cleaning and packing and all that hullabaloo. So gonna have to find an apartment for the interim. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. At least it's not as arduous as trying to find a house. There's something interesting in the news, though. I was not sure if you're aware of it or not, but the world was supposed to end on the 23rd. I'm still here. All of you may be a figment of my imagination. But yeah, according to David Mead, who is taking parts of the Bible, because he's a numerologist, so he's, numbers are great because they can predict things. whatever. So yeah, according to him, the end of the world was on the 23rd, but now he's backpedaled and say, oh no, no, I didn't mean the world was coming to an end on the 23rd, which is clearly what he said. What I meant to mean, it was the start of the end of the world. So apparently, 33 days from the 23rd is going to be the end of the world now. So there you go. You got a few weeks to prepare, get yourself in order, and then it's the end of the world again. Apparently 33 is significant because apparently Elohim, which is the Jewish name of God, appears 33 times in the Bible, and Jesus lived for 33 years. And on and on. Pick your coincidence, whatever. But apparently 33 is somehow magically related to the end of the world, which is 33 days from the 23rd. I don't know. Whatever. It's stupid. But in any case, yeah. So it's supposed to be Planet Narubu or Planet X or Narubu or whatever. Is supposed to pass really close to the Earth and cause like tsunamis and volcanoes and all this other nonsense. And you know, I'm not even going to go into it. It would just take too long to ridicule the sense out of this. But needless to say, I don't subscribe to this idea. So yeah. But if you do happen to go to the end of the world, that does happen. 33 days from some arbitrary date, then hey, I'll be in like one of the lower levels, hanging out with all the rock bands and like all the cool people. I don't know about you, but you can keep your harps and all that kind of nonsense, clouds and whatever. Yeah, I'll listen to some good music. Alright, well, I think that's about it for now. I did do a cooking video. Well, it's not cooking really, because there's no cooking involved, or very little. A few days ago, it was like 10 days ago at this point. So I was a lot more down then, so it's a little bit. But anyway, I thought it was interesting. It's making an Americanized version of kimchi. I would almost call it a slaw, but it ended up being very, very good. And anything that can be perked up with a little bit of spiciness, oh boy, it's really good. So if you just happen to have some Korean chili flakes around, or have an ethnic store nearby, or just even buy it online, they're pretty cheap. I think it's well worth trying it out. It's quite good. I gave Glenna a bottle. Didn't hear back whether she liked it or not. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, see you for now. Today we're making kimchi. Here's the ingredients we'll be using. What we have on the plate here is some garlic and ginger ground up very finely. We have the white parts of the green onion sliced, not too thin, but they will be in the sauce, as will the garlic and the ginger. The green onions will be chopped and put in the final product as a raw element. The daikon radish will also be julienned, as well as the carrots, as we want a a texture that is appealing. The cucumber has been peeled and de-seeded so that it's not as bitter because we don't want bitter kimchi. Honey for sweetener. Traditionally it's sugar, granted, but use what's available. The cabbage is going to be shredded also. And we've got a cup of water, quarter cup of chili flakes, and a eighth cup of all-purpose flour for the sauce to use as a thickening agent. And to that we'll be adding the garlic and the ginger and the white part of the onion. So we'll process this up and you'll see it right now, actually. Here's the sauce, finished product. It's very nice smelling. I've got a little bit of soy sauce in there as well, I forgot to mention. I didn't use as much flour though. I only used a tablespoon for the sauce to get it this consistency, almost like that of a nice thick spaghetti sauce. It's just about right. But the cooking mellowed out the ginger and the garlic and the white onion, so that'd be good. What we've got over here is the cabbage here. You'll notice that it's not traditionally Korean style sliced. This is more of a slaw, really. But there are bits of daikon here, like there, and obviously the green onion and cabbage and carrots. But yeah, this is a whole head of cabbage, so the whole thing made quite a bit. So we'll be probably bottling up some of that and sharing it to our neighbors and friends and that. So we'll see what they think of it. And it's a more American style kimchi. I'm not including any fish sauce because I don't have any. I used it all up for breakfast this morning, but that's just the way it goes. So it's not true kimchi. It's I would say it would be called a spicy slaw Asian style. So I'm just gonna go with that. All right. Well, let me mix it up. So there we go. This is the end product. You'll notice that it's reduced in volume a little bit because of the salt added, which, yeah, if I didn't mention it, you need to add a little salt. Since this is not traditional Korean style kimchi, I did not brine the cabbage before adding the other ingredients, so I'll have to add salt accordingly. So because it is like this, it'll continue to reduce down, not a whole lot more, but still we're looking at probably, oh, I don't know, at least four quarts of kimchi here. So it's very good. I had some. Also, so did Mom's, and it says it's quite tasty. This is the packaged final product, ready to go in the fridge. Or if you like nice sour kimchi, put it on the counter and let it ferment for a few days, and you have yourself some nice, well, I guess this is almost a sauerkraut type thing then at this point. Spicy sauerkraut. Not for everybody, but when it's fresh like this, it is really good. So I'm going to be eating this one for dinner.